Welcome to the energy pathway. Today, we will explore the fascinating biological mechanisms that control your profound and restorative deep sleep. Many people mistakenly believe that we fall into a deep sleep simply because our bodies and minds feel incredibly exhausted today. However, science reveals a completely different truth about our biology. Your brain only allows deep sleep when it feels completely safe. Cortisol is frequently misunderstood as just a harmful stress molecule, but it actually functions as your primary biological wakefulness-regulating hormone. Throughout human evolution, this powerful chemical kept our ancient ancestors alert and protected from dangerous predators lurking in the dark wilderness. Today, our environment has changed drastically, but our primal brains still utilize the exact same chemical signals to evaluate environmental safety. Let us dive deep into the complex HPA axis, a sophisticated control system comprising the hypothalamus, pituitary gland, and adrenal glands. This intricate biological network constantly scans your surroundings, evaluating potential threats and deciding whether you are truly secure enough to rest. The fundamental problem is that your primal brain cannot distinguish between a literal survival threat and modern daily psychological stress factors. A late-night work email triggers the exact same biological alarm system as a dangerous wild animal approaching your fragile shelter. Overthinking about tomorrow produces a massive surge of cortisol, signaling your nervous system to prepare for an immediate and dangerous conflict. Exposure to artificial blue light from digital screens further confuses your brain, falsely indicating that the sun is still shining brightly. When cortisol levels remain unnaturally high during the evening, your brain actively maintains a strict state of elevated vigilance and alertness. This elevated vigilance triggers the continuous release of norepinephrine, a powerful neurotransmitter that strictly prevents your mind from fully shutting down. As a direct result, you remain trapped in shallow, fragmented sleep cycles, constantly tossing and turning throughout the entire dark night. Your exhausted body desperately craves profound rest, but your hyperactive nervous system absolutely refuses to lower its protective biological defense shields. To successfully unlock the restorative power of deep sleep, we must intentionally send 3 crucial safety signals to our primal brain. The first and most critical signal involves managing your light exposure to properly align with your natural biological circadian rhythm cycle. Artificial blue light emitted by modern digital devices effectively tricks your brain into believing it is still the middle of daytime. This digital light exposure completely suppresses melatonin production, while simultaneously keeping your cortisol levels artificially elevated long after the sun sets. By dimming your household lights and avoiding bright screens before bed, you send a powerful biological signal that night has arrived. This darkness allows your brain to safely lower its cortisol defenses, preparing your physical body for a period of profound vulnerability. The second essential safety signal addresses your cognitive state and the overwhelming flood of unresolved thoughts racing through your tired mind. When you lie in bed worrying about tomorrow, your prefrontal cortex remains highly active, desperately trying to solve complex future problems. This continuous mental processing signals your HPA axis that a potential threat still exists, effectively blocking your transition into deep sleep. A highly effective scientific solution is to physically write down your lingering worries on paper before you finally go to bed. This simple act of journaling helps to externalize your anxiety, explicitly telling your brain that these issues are safely stored away. Once your mind realizes the problems are captured on paper, it finally grants your nervous system permission to relax and power down. The third and final biological safety signal requires a significant drop in your core body temperature to initiate deep sleep cycles. Throughout human history, the natural cooling of the evening environment signaled to our ancestors that it was time to sleep safely. Your brain intrinsically links a lowering core body temperature with the onset of night, triggering the necessary physiological relaxation response mechanisms. Surprisingly, taking a warm evening bath or shower is an incredibly effective method to rapidly lower your internal core body temperature. The warm water causes your peripheral blood vessels to expand significantly, bringing warm blood directly to the surface of your skin. When you step out of the warm water, this expanded vascular system rapidly releases your internal body heat into the room. This sudden and dramatic drop in core temperature sends a definitive biological signal to your brain that sleep is now required. By consciously combining these three critical signals, you effectively hack your biological programming to naturally reduce those elevated evening cortisol levels. Dimming the lights, clearing your anxious mind, and cooling your core temperature work harmoniously to create an environment of absolute safety. When your brain finally perceives this comprehensive safety, the HPA axis completely deactivates its ancient and powerful biological threat detection alarms. Cortisol levels smoothly decline, and the constant flow of stimulating norepinephrine is gradually replaced by calming and deeply restorative sleep neurochemicals. You seamlessly transition from a state of hypervigilant light sleep into the profoundly healing and regenerative stages of deep biological rest. During this deep sleep phase, your brain performs essential maintenance, clearing out toxic metabolic waste accumulated throughout your busy waking hours. Your body repairs damaged cellular tissues, strengthens your immune system, and solidly consolidates your precious memories from the previous waking day. None of these miraculous biological healing processes can occur if your brain still perceives hidden dangers lurking in your immediate environment. We must fundamentally shift our perspective on rest, understanding that deep sleep is not simply the inevitable result of physical exhaustion. You cannot forcefully command your stubborn brain to sleep deeply just because your tired muscles desperately ache after a long day. Instead, profound deep sleep is a biological privilege that your protective nervous system only grants when all safety conditions are met. By respecting your evolutionary biology and actively managing your environmental stress signals, you can completely transform your nightly sleep quality forever. Take control of your evening routine by eliminating artificial light, writing down your persistent worries, and naturally cooling your physical body. Master your cortisol levels, and you will effectively unlock the incredible restorative power of truly profound and uninterrupted deep night sleep. Your biological energy pathway is now fully optimized, allowing you to awaken tomorrow feeling completely refreshed, mentally sharp, and physically revitalized. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating scientific journey into the hidden biological mechanisms of your incredible human nervous system. We hope you found this valuable. Sleep well, stay curious, and always remember to follow the energy pathway for more insights.